Let's talk about walking. And I bet you think you know what it's for, right? Burning a few calories, maybe getting some fresh air. But what if I told you that's not even half the story? We're talking about a tool so powerful it can literally increase the size of your brain and help fight off diseases. Seriously? There's a specific scientific blueprint to unlock this power, and that's exactly what we're going to break down. But before we get to that, I have to ask you something. Is your daily lifestyle, the way you live right now, a silent thief? Because think about it. We've practically engineered movement right out of our modern lives. And the cost is so much higher than just a few extra pounds. This really sets the stage for a problem, a modern plague that, funnily enough, has a very simple, very ancient solution. Okay, so let's start by looking at the enemy. We're calling it the sedentary sickness. It's this whole collection of problems that pops up directly from not moving enough. And this isn't just a guess, it's a real, documented biological crisis. The price we pay for sitting still is a lot higher than you think. Now check this out, because this is where it gets a little scary. A study from the University of Kansas found that sitting around all day doesn't just make you feel sluggish, it actually speeds up dementia. It literally shrinks your hippocampus. That's the memory center of your brain. At the same time, the discs in your spine are basically starving, and your risk for all sorts of diseases goes through the roof. This isn't just about being out of shape, it's a state of physical decay. All right, enough of the doom and gloom. Now that we know what the problem is, let's talk about the solution. And what's amazing is that for pretty much every single problem caused by being inactive, walking offers a direct, powerful fix. We're talking about scientifically proven superpowers that honestly sound almost too good to be true, but the proof is right there. So let's go back to the brain for a second. Walking does the exact opposite of sitting. It actually reverses that brain shrinkage we just talked about. See, when you walk, your body releases these things that are basically like miracle grow for your brain. It forces more blood up there and encourages new brain cells and blood vessels to grow. You are physically building a bigger, tougher brain with every single step. Okay, this next one is going to sound impossible, but stick with me. Walking can help save your eyesight. How in the world does that work? Well, it's all about pressure. Glaucoma, one of the main causes of blindness, happens when fluid builds up inside your eye. Research has actually confirmed that this simple act of walking works like a pump, helping to regulate that fluid and lower the dangerous pressure inside your eyes. You are literally walking away from a major risk of blindness. You know, we've all heard that if you're not gasping for air and drenched in sweat, you're not really helping your heart. Well, turns out that's a myth. The American Heart Association has shown that for preventing heart disease, walking is just as good as running. A daily walk naturally helps your arteries relax and lowers bad cholesterol. It's like you're gently scrubbing your arteries clean, but without the huge stress that comes from super intense exercise. And this whole walking versus running thing gets even more interesting when you look at blood sugar. A study at Duke University put them head to head. Now, running burns a ton of sugar right in the moment, which sounds good, but walking does something smarter. It trains your body to handle sugar more efficiently all the time. This makes a huge difference for your insulin sensitivity and basically gives your whole system a break. So, what was the big takeaway from that Duke study? This number says it all. The walkers showed a 6 times greater improvement in their ability to handle glucose than the runners did. 6 times! That is a massive difference. It just goes to show that for your overall metabolic health, smarter movement is often way better than just harder movement. Ready for some cool science? Your bones aren't just dead scaffolding. They are alive, and they react to what you do. The secret is this thing called piezoelectricity. It sounds complicated, but it's simple. Every time your foot hits the ground, that impact creates a tiny electrical spark in the bone. That little spark is a signal, like a text message, that tells your body's construction crew to get busy building new, stronger bone. You're literally sending electrical signals to make your skeleton tougher. Okay, if you deal with back pain, you have to hear this. The discs in your spine are weird. They don't have their own blood supply. They're like little sponges, and they only get nutrients when they're squeezed and released. When you sit all day, they're starving. But walking creates this perfect pumping motion, pushing nutrients into the tissues of your spine and strengthening the muscles that support you. You're not just moving, you are oiling the rusty hinges of your spine. And of course, there's the mind. Research has shown that walking just 30 minutes a day can be a massive weapon against depression. It performs this kind of chemical exorcism. It burns away the stress hormone cortisol, and at the same time releases all these feel-good endorphins. It's just really, really hard to stay stuck in a negative headspace when your body is literally moving forward. So, we know the what, And the why. Walking is basically a superpower. But now we get to the most important part, the how. Because just wandering around isn't going to get you these incredible results. If you really want to transform your biology, you need a plan. You need the FIT formula. And let's be real for a second. Are you actually walking or are you just stumbling? Because shuffling along while you stare at your phone, that's not it. Wearing shoes with zero support can actually do more harm than good. And only doing it once in a while, that gives you pretty much zero benefits. The real power is in doing it right and doing it consistently. You got to treat it like a mission. And that mission is the FIT formula. It's an
The FIT
acronym,
formula.
super
Frequency,
easy to remember.
intensity, and time.
Intensity,
Consistency,
and time.
heart
If you
engagement.
mess up any one of these three things, you're honestly just wasting your time. So let's break down exactly what each one means. All right, let's break this down. First, frequency. This is
daily, non-negotiable.
It has to
Intensity,
be
the
daily.
talk test
You're
zone.
trying to
Time,
reprogram
30
your
minutes
body
minimum.
on a cellular level, and your cells need that signal every single day. Next is intensity. This is so important. You want to be in what's called the talk test zone. It's that sweet spot where you can still talk, but you kind of don't want to. If you can belt out a song, you're going too slow. If you're gasping for air, you're going too fast. And finally, time. The magic number is 30 minutes. That's the minimum. That's the point where all these amazing biological changes really start to happen. Okay, let's bring it all home. You've got the diagnosis, the sedentary sickness. You've got the cure, the incredible superpowers of walking. And now you have the exact formula to make it work. There are literally no more excuses. The only thing left to do is to take that first step. So here are your orders to get started on the right foot. Number 1, hydrate first. Always drink some water before you go. A dehydrated engine is going to seize up. Number 2, swing your arms. This isn't just about looking the part. It actually gets your upper body involved and can boost your calorie burn by up to 10%.
Stand up, put on your
make it an
shoes, and take
unbreakable
back your
habit.
biology.
Do it at the same time every single day. That's how you reset your body's internal clock and make it automatic. When it all comes down to it, you're standing at a crossroads. You can choose to just sit back and let the rust take over, let your grain get smaller and your bones get weaker. Or you can stand up, put on your shoes, and decide to take back control of your own biology, one step at a time. The choice is yours, and it doesn't start tomorrow. It starts right now.